what the coaching for mental health? The mental health of your, oh, wow. One, your hair is big.
This is bedhead. I haven't done anything yet this morning.
This is bedhead.
I thought I'd just go natural.
Naturel, I see. Okay, what the hell happened? Advanced.
You know what's funny? Yesterday, you had kind of leaned in and your camera had stayed focused. I thought, oh, wow, his camera's actually working. And then when you sat back again, then you went all blurry again.
I noticed that. I decided not even to complain at that time. It's just, and this hasn't happened in a while. This
the white balance,
peculiar blue tint that I'm observing. Yeah. How was your yesterday?
It was good. It was busy.
Productive?
Yeah, pretty productive. I worked more on the app. And yeah, I mean, I've got a few, it's good. I don't know if they had this before, but there's an undo button now, undo and redo.
No way. No, there wasn't there before.
So when you change something, because what happens all the time is I for some reason I'm like in the detail view and then I click on tiles or cards or something and then it screws it all up and then I'm like, oh no, what did I do? But now I can just undo. Okay. And I'm back to where I was.
Interesting. That is very good. That is very good. And I think this was one of the feedbacks, one of the pieces of feedback that you provided them when you talked to them.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's also, they had a video.
What the hell? It's like old wrinkly
of updates.
Yep.
And it sounded like there was some kind of version control now where you can control whether it publishes to the actual app or not. Like it's not all in real time. Anyway,
yeah, I did notice that there was a publish button there when you and I were looking at that yesterday.
Yeah. Because before, like you would change something and it basically changed in the app instantly.
Correct. Yeah, that's how it worked.
Yeah. So now I think you can control that. I don't know how you abort, like if you do work on this, like, no, I'm not going to publish this one. Maybe you just save it as a different version or something. I don't know. Anyway, I did a little video of it to send to Joanne, just so she knows that I'm actually working on it. And she wrote something back like, you're so flipping good at everything you do. So she seemed to be happy with the progress. But I got a bunch of questions for her. Because I know there's kind of two different work streams. One is for customer initiated orders that are like custom engraving. And then there's kind of production orders where they're just replenishing inventory because they're going to do engraving for just events. So like Christmas 2021, like you can't, there's limited stuff available. It's pre-made that way, but you can take ornaments that are just kind of generic and engrave them with Christmas 2021 on them. So it's not a custom engraving for any particular person. It's just custom for her store. So there's those two work streams, and then I want to find out how she wants to handle production batching and just that whole flow. Anyway.
Well, yeah, there are quite a bit of steps to figure out.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's kind of like accumulating orders to submit them for production. Then you've got to produce them, and then you've got to mark them produced. Then you also have to transfer them back to the correct store. And then you have, once they land at that store, then the customer has to be notified that it's available for pickup.
Yep.
And then, you also have to, I suppose somehow track whether it got picked up or not, so that if customer doesn't come and pick it up, they can get a reminder notification.
Oh, I see that in your table. Do you have the employee tied to the store?
Not yet. That's the step I don't have yet. I have to do that as well. But the challenge is you can have employees that work. There are scenarios where they work at multiple stores. So anyway, I gotta, there's a few more things I gotta figure out, but
Yeah. Sounds like it.
gotta get that Trello board going. And then what else did I do? I did, well, what you're seeing here now from on Coaching Please,
Mhm.
I now have this thing,
Yep.
and then you go there, and now there's a page here.
Look at you and Thrive Themes. Wow.
This page is actually done in Kajabi.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It throws you back to that site?
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay.
Only because I'm
You're more
So-
fluent there.
yeah, it's just I'm much, it's more limited what you can do in there, but it's much more straightforward.
Do you have an Apple iPhone?
Do I have an iPhone? Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That explains it. That explains it. You don't have say no more, say no more.
That's right.
For me, I was
I'm like the masses who like it simple. I don't need to configure everything to within an inch of its life.
yeah, that's understandable. That's very understandable. We used to be a big opponent of that, and used to try to convince people that that's not the way to live their lives, and that's it's a failed pursuit of simplicity. Giving anyway, everyone can find what they want for themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, no more sales, no sales for me. But yesterday I spent like all of the day with Natalie's website.
Yeah.
Created courses on her site out of PLR, created email campaigns. Like email campaigns took the longest.
Yeah.
Not even writing, but it's just one thing leads to another. So in one of her emails, she's got like a section called Supplement Spotlight. And she talks about a particular supplement. You can click on a supplement, or you can click on the name of the supplement, and it takes you to her dispensary page.
Okay.
But her dispensary is not an e-store. It's closed because some of the stuff that's available there is supposed to be professional grade. Sorry, no air quotes.
Yeah.
Is professional grade and supposed to be prescribed by a nutritionist, naturopath, or somebody who knows what the therapeutic dosage is.
Right.
So that's a bad experience. I mean, you click on an item, and instead of seeing the item and being able to purchase it, you get to a login page.
Yeah.
You might be saying, "Oh, fuck this. I don't know what this is," and leave.
Yeah.
But if you click on the link in the email, that user gets a tag in the CRM system, click through to dispensary. 30 minutes later, another email dispatches saying, "Hey, I know you clicked on an item and you probably landed on this page. And if you didn't go any further, like, peace, I understand this is not the best experience, but here's what you can do. Here's what the number of items are in the store. Here's what you look for when you log in, blah, blah, blah." And a day later, another email follows that saying, "Oh, I forgot to tell you one thing. And I also do," see, the stupid camera. Is my head blending with the background? Is this what it is?
I don't know.
Anyway, saying that, you know what, I do personalized consultations to set people up with the right supplements. And so you don't take the stuff that you do not necessarily need and don't spend much more money. It costs yay much dollars, and then you get an extra discount. And then once that completes, it throws you back to the original sequence of emails. But it's simple, but to create, like, you have to write, the copy takes the longest.
Yeah.
You're
not using Jarvis.
I am, as much as I can.
Yeah.
I am, as much as I can. But some short stuff, like a 2-sentence paragraph, it's not.
See, if Jarvis is really worth its money, it would already know what it is that you want, and it would just send it
probably
to you.
does.
Asking
It's just been
for it.
throttled back. It probably is already yeah.
I don't know why this thought just popped in my head, but it was like using Jarvis to write eulogies.
That's I don't know if that's dark or
Genius.
wow. Okay, moving on. Next point away. So yeah, so I spent the time doing that, and today I'm gonna go. I'm gonna spend some time with Mesh, trying to organize his database of potential clients.
Yeah.
He's got a wealth of people he touched and never sent a single email back to them. He's a real estate agent.
Yeah.
Never connected, never sent a happy anniversary on your move-in date. Are you still there? Like,
Yeah. It's funny because like we still get stuff from my parents' realtor in the mail. Like I'd say maybe 6 times a year or something. It's like a hard paper copy newsletter.
with the prices in the region.
No, some of some of it's just like tips about cleaning or seasonal kind of, decluttering, or I don't know, vacation tips. I don't know. There's all kinds of like not relevant to real estate stuff in there, just lifestyle stuff. But yeah, I mean, that's Frank Leo and Associates, which is one of the bigger realtors in the GTA. But it's expensive.
It's expensive. That's a very expensive thing to do. Yeah. But I found that all of those are sent, like there's services that do that, but it's a very expensive proposition, and it's very old school because a lot of that goes right into junk mail. Gets tossed out.
Well, that's the catch-22 with email campaigns, is that it's relatively cheap to do, but you get the virtual toss out. Sometimes not even by the person. Sometimes it just ends up in their bulk folders, and other times they just I don't know. I get all kinds of emails that I don't look at anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry, because what I've found, like even on my program, like I got people on my program, and there's emails that I send out that are related to the program that people miss. I mean, I'm sure you experience this even just in normal work life, right? Like there's important stuff that you email people, and they're like, I don't know. It's almost like email has become it's kind of like the old phone line now. It's only for duct cleaning and like CRA scams. It's like email is it's been so diluted that people don't actually use it for real communication anymore under a certain age.
No, I totally agree. It's it has lost its edge, I would say. And now everyone's trying, I mean, the realtors, at least, they're all trying to make sure that they have a phone number. And he exposed me to a CM, like a customer management system that he uses, and the system uses a phone as either a password or as a login username. So you have to include it. But that way you can contact the person SMS or something like that, which is I think is smart.
I mean, real estate's a tricky one just because of the the life cycle between transactions can be so long. Right. Like I've been in this house for 16 years, I think.
No, I totally get it.
The big thing
we'll
is
see what that where that leads me, because it's actually interesting to undertake and just to see what that looks like.
I don't know what his perspective is, but in my vast real estate experience, the beyond just the people on your list, it's the people that you on your list that the people on your list know. Right. So it's the power of referrals, and it's kind of being deliberate about soliciting referrals, because like I said, the lifespan between transactions is long, but those people know people, whether it's their neighbor, their friends, their family, somebody who's looking
Well,
for a realtor.
yeah.
And if you can get a referral, that gets you one step closer to another client.
Yeah, you know what? That is exactly it. And this is one of those things that we kind of talked about, the fact that he hasn't actually tapped into or taken advantage of in no shape or form.
Yeah.
Because there's no harm in just asking for business.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, do you know anyone? Out of a list of 100 people, if one says yes, it's already a win.
Yeah.
So that's kind of also on the agenda, like to do or to try.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
well, it's still a pretty hot market out there, I think. So
well, there are bound to be people who need to buy, sell, or do something regardless of what's been happening.
Yeah. The amount of new construction downtown is, every time I go down there, I'm still blown away by how much construction there is.
Yeah.
Like, how many condos do you need?
I do not know. And I mean, how many condos do you need? And like, really, you know what? I have so many questions. It seems that the pandemic has hurt demand, but judging by the amount of construction, not in the slightest.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do not understand and do not know.
Oh, and I got my first coaching client from my manager's group, because I'd offered free coaching. So somebody finally scheduled a coaching call for next week. So that's exciting.
Sweet. Congratulations. Hold on. I moved you.
It's free, but it's well, I shouldn't say it's free. It's included with the program, but it's at least some practice and a step in the right direction.
Hold on. That's fantastic. However you look at it, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Practice and then.
Yeah. Well, I'm encouraged by it from the standpoint that, like, this is somebody now we've had 5 of our weekly calls with.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a
level of comfort.
Yeah, there's a level of, like, she's obviously, you know, you think of Jamie's terms, know me, like me, trust me. So so in 5 calls, she's moved along the curve of knowing me, liking me, and trusting me enough to book a call. So I think that's kind of a good commentary on how things have been going.
Greg, something's bound to be to explode, be big in whatever it is that you're trying to undertake. I'm sure it's.
Well, last night when I went to bed, so I was thinking about, I started working on this coaching for mental health, and the packages are like 3, 6, or 9 months. And my idea is that, like, can I get companies to pay me like $1,000 a day if it's like 1 day a week or 1 day a month? That's like office hours for their teams to just tap into. And if you get a few companies doing that, and then I started thinking about my leadership for retail managers and going, okay, well, you know, it's $500 a person. If you went to like an organization like Loblaws that has 1,000 stores, I mean, they have more than that, but just for round numbers, 1,000 stores, and there's 5 managers per store, like a store manager and then department managers. And, you know, you could give them some kind of bulk discount, but like, you could literally do a program that's just the online course, like wouldn't even involve calls or anything. Yeah. And you know, if you could tap into a big business like that, or Dollar Tree, or I don't know, Michael's, any of these chains, it's a relatively low cost proposition per head for them. But if you get enough volume, I mean, there's hundreds of thousands to into the millions of dollars potentially.
No doubt. That's
like, if I landed one chain that had 500 to 1,000 stores, that could be like the equivalent of what I used to make in 3 or 4 years.
It's a good, yeah. It's almost a shame I'm not doing the same thing. I should try that. I should try the coaching for retail managers. Would anyone be upset if I did that? I don't think so. My colleague, I think, doing the different things.
But you better look both ways when you're crossing the street.
See that one coming.
Anyways. So like for this program next week, I'm going to reach out to everyone senior that I know in companies.
Yep.
All the way, like Brian Ross, Calvin McDonald, who's now the CEO at Lululemon, who he's a former Loblaws guy, people at Metro, and everyone I know at a senior level, I'm going to reach out to. And then same with my, for retail stores, the other program I'm going to reach out to on that as well. So, and then on the CPG side, I was thinking like between my little course, Introduction to the Grocery Retail Business.
Yep.
Like it's the kind of thing like for virtually no cost, like it's $30. Like every CPG company that hires somebody who doesn't know the industry should put them through that course. I just got to figure out how to attract people to that realization.
I think that's what my gut feel tells me that somebody will just have to trust you enough or remember you enough to just say, okay, Greg, I'm going to give you a chance, because there's really, somebody will vet the course, somebody in the HR side will go through the course, and there is nothing that they could shake a finger at, right?
Yeah.
So the course is there. The material is there. Because it's pre-recorded, it can be audited. So it's not as if you have to be monitored for what you're saying or what message you're trying to relay. So everything's like checking off.
Yeah.
So somebody will trust you and they'll give you a chance. And as soon as you have one client, that's it.
Yeah.
One big client who's able to, even right now, you have a chain of what, 3 stores?
6 stores.
Six Hallmark stores.
Yeah.
That's not that's a Hallmark is still a name. Whether you like to admit it or not, it's still
it's an international brand.
Yeah,
when I talk to my people in the UK and stuff, and I say, "Oh, do you know what Hallmark is?" I go, "Oh, yeah."
Yeah, so it's perfect as a reference, as your first foot in the door.
Yeah.
And how much are you charging per person
for the grocery course?
Yep.
$29.99.
What? That's
nothing.
Yeah, that's almost too little.
Yeah. What's funny, I was thinking of even on my interview simulator going down to like $5. Then I was thinking of like $5, and then I was thinking of, figure what is minimum wage? It's like $14.25 or $14.75 or something, like charging the equivalent of 1 hour at minimum wage is that's all you have to invest, the equivalent of 1 hour at minimum wage to prepare yourself for your next interview. Anyway, I just got to figure out the right way. Like, there's got to be a way to market it properly, where I'm not just donating money to Google.
Yeah, that's
funny because I've been on this email sequence from Google. I think I'm up to like lesson number 12 on how to use Google Ads. And every week I'm like, I got to watch those lessons, and then I just never get around to it. But I'm going to put that on my list of things to do today.
Yeah. Well, it's yeah, it's is
I don't know,
your
feeling like 2022 is going to be a pivotal year.
2021 can still be a pivotal year.
No, I know, but everything we do between now and the end of the year is going to set us up for a boom in 2022.
In one shape or form, you're absolutely right. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. How that's going to transpire and what's going to actually work, that's something too. It's like watching a movie with for the first time and you don't know if there are any plot twists.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I also understand like we're in something. Like there's so many people just like us.
Yeah.
We're trying to do the same thing.
Well, there's a guy on the Kajabi group last night. He says, okay, I've been marketing my lead magnet for a few weeks. I've had, I think he said 25 people sign up, but only 5 people have completed the opt-in confirmation, which is, the same experience I've been having, although he's had a better conversion than I have. But it's like you get all these signups, but they don't actually confirm with the double opt-in when they get the email confirmation.
Where are the signups coming from?
For this person?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Facebook?
I'm not sure. I don't think it's said.
Because I'm a very disillusioned with Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm convinced most of the signups I've had are just bots.
I feel,
and that's why you don't get the double opt-in, and that's why the double opt-in exists.
I mean, I mean, you shouldn't be. I mean, I don't know how to say this. We shouldn't be complaining because the double opt-in works.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just unfortunate because it gets your hopes up and then nothing.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny. I kind of laughed out loud the other day too. I saw a post. Somebody had posted something that they got a communication from Stripe about confirming their account details or something. And then somebody said that's a scam. And then they said, don't ever click on a link in an email or something. But then I was thinking, like, the entire Kajabi platform is predicated on links in emails.
Yeah.
And here on the master group, they're saying, don't, like, your whole business in Kajabi is based on people clicking your links. Yet you have a philosophy of never clicking a link. So it's kind of like, that's weird.
Well, you know what? Like, I have to actually, there are some people who love making those general statements. Don't ever do this. Don't ever do that.
Yeah.
Because it's easy, it's sensationalist, but it doesn't explain the fact that what you're trying to say is be careful and be smart about what links you click.
Yeah.
So if you haven't signed up for Stripe, or if you're already using Stripe, why would they send you a second email?
Yeah.
Or if you're receiving it from a service that you never touched, well, yeah, be wary.
Yeah. There was a time at Loyalty One when they did that security week or whatever. And there was one where they sent an email and said, win a prize, click here or something.
Yes.
I forget the exact wording. And of course I clicked on it, and then it was like, you got an email back saying, oh, this was a test and you failed.
Yeah. You failed.
But it's like, I felt so like violated, because it was like, yeah, but this is the kind of stuff that they do at work all the time. Like I won tickets to the Who concert because Samantha sent out an email saying, something like, what are the first lyrics to this song? First 2 people that answer correctly win the tickets.
Yeah.
But it was such a I mean, and this was, I guess the point is that it's easy to fake people out. But to me, the moral of the story was that the company shouldn't do legitimate giveaways like that. If like they should direct you to the company website or something to enter contests, not go through an email. Same with the banks, right? Like you get phone calls saying your card, there's been a fraudulent purchase on your card, phone this number. And it's a number and it doesn't match the number on the back of my card. So I phone the number on my card and they say, yeah, is this legit? And they go, oh yeah, that's our fraud department. I go, well, but why would they ever tell me to phone a number that I don't have a way to validate that that's a real number?
Yeah.
So it's like that they're kind of like,
well, that's a very good point.
you know, that like on the one hand, they're promoting being smart and careful, but then they set traps up for you all the time that are legitimate. I don't know. So it yeah, you know what I mean? It's inconsistent. That's why I never, you know, I don't give my credit card information to anybody at the front door or on the phone. If I want to donate to your cause, I'll go on your website and donate that way.
It's fair. It's a smart thing to do. Smart thing to do. I got nothing, man. Today is going to be another hectic day of doing a lot of.
What's your plan for like once you get all of Natalie's stuff built out? Are you going to do paid ads or?
The reason I'm building out,
banging away on the email list.
Because now I have a couple of emails confirmed that kind of opened and reconnected. So the idea is to have a more or less a meaningful email sequence, about 7 emails, and I'm thinking sending them on I don't know. This is what I'm debating on a weekly basis. I mean, if I've heard everyone's got an opinion. So somebody says, oh, you need to send them on a weekly basis. That way people remember you, and that way people keep kind of expecting your email. 2 weeks is maybe a bit long, but then 2 weeks and a month, there's really no difference.
Yeah.
So if you send it on a weekly basis, then you need at least like a good half a year of emails ready.
Yeah.
But the thing, look, anyway, to answer your question, the thought is have an email sequence that leads you back to the website, and the website either promotes a service that you're offering, or you have a course that you can take, which is like minimal fee, $8.97 courses, some free, read the blogs. Again, get to that stage where people become comfortable with you.
Yeah.
At some point in time, ask for referrals, but you want to ask for referrals for people who had sessions with you.
Yeah.
So that needs to be flagged in the CRM. So I'll need to do that somehow. And apart from that, then be smart about this is where I get into kind of heated discussions with my wife, is because you have to be semi-consistent. I have a lot of text and stuff that she can post on Instagram, for example, like a picture, and then there's a good body of text that people can read and appreciate the fact that she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Which you need to post this.
Yeah.
If she expects that if she doesn't want to touch this is never going to happen.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to set her up for up to the point where she's able to do stuff. Where she wants to take it is up to her. But right now, most of the focus is on the email list, and see if you can reconnect and like rejuvenate those relationships.
Yeah. Does Canva post to Instagram?
I
know
sure
you
it
can
does.
post to Facebook. I haven't tried Instagram.
I think it does.
Yeah.
I think they had at one point in time, they were in the process of being authorized by Instagram. So I'm sure they've completed the process by now.
Yeah.
I would imagine so. Instagram is perfect for Instagram. Canva is perfect for Instagram.
Yeah.
So so
I just mentioned that because you can schedule like whatever
Yeah, exactly. Precisely. It's not even that hard.
Like you spend 2 hours and you book a whole
Yeah.
month or 2 months out.
Yeah. Or what I've done is like, remember me in the past when I had like a whole month of social media.
Yeah.
Not that it got me much, but hey, it's a different market. And yeah, and then the push towards kind of do I would encourage her to do small posts about supplements,
Yeah.
because that's the easiest way to make money, is if you people buy supplements through your dispensary. It's just
Yeah.
it's a straightforward, it's a seamless process, very nicely and polished, very nice and polished. So that's that thought.
Cool. She's gonna be mad at you when you fill up her calendar with appointments.
I don't think she will be. Yeah. No, it's it I really yeah. I hope that she picks this up and runs with this rather than not doing anything about it.
Just remember the key thing: happy wife, happy life.
That's right. That's right. I'm happy to help as much as I can, because it's cool to be able to like put in practice everything that we've kind of learned about the process.
Yeah.
So right now, deployed Thrive Card, everything is connected on her website. It's perfect. By the way, oh, that reminds me, I should set the product to live. Thrive Card. Sign in.
What topic were we going to do next week for the
Oh yeah, good point. Let's discuss
podcast?
that. Where's Trello? So I can board not found.
You're on the hot seat this week.
I am on a hot seat this week. Logging. Oh right, because I've cleaned up. Just 1 second. I've cleaned the cache of my computer yesterday, so all of the previous login information has been what? We'll use your details from Google to create an account. Hold on. So what email did I log in to here with? Oh no. Huh. Interesting. I forgot my Trello board. Can you go into Trello board and tell me what email I'm using there on the board to communicate with you?
On your
on the Trello board, there are two.
it says VS_NP.
Okay, so it's okay. How about this?
Do you want me to invite you to it?
No, I got it. I think I got it. Trello. Strange. I used my personal email to sign up for Trello, but I guess it was. I guess this was a while back. Boards. Podcast harass. Why does it not start? Parking lot. Okay, yeah. How do I make this? Oh yeah, there we go. So we can jump off the SMART goals into that topic. What makes an employee valuable? Or do you want to take that?
No, if you want to take that, that's fine. It's up to you. I mean, whatever one you want.
Actually, did you add this bonuses, the carrot that makes companies run?
No.
I think, okay. So I'm going to make that one up, but we're not going to call it bonuses. We're going to call it incentives. And we can do a leap of SMART goals, and SMART goals lead to evaluation at the end of the year. And evaluation at the end of the year usually is tied to some sort of a remuneration, a bump, or some sort of a benefit as a bonus.
Okay.
But what is the actual incentive for the person to go into it? And I have the story that I can go into is one of those situations that we had at Pressima when we had a lot of people. We had an excellent environment. Like, honestly, for a lot of people, it was laid back.
Yeah. Country club. It was a country club.
Yeah, it was a country club. It was very, very comfortable. And at the same time, there were people, very good people, who left despite the fact that they had very good work-life balance, despite the fact that they had decent pay, despite the fact that they had a good title, and they still left because some of the incentives that were driving them were not there. And those incentives are usually what companies don't spend enough time understanding. Yeah, so I can go off the deep end with my personal story, so that I don't try to implicate anyone else and just say that why would you jump?
Yeah, it's funny. I used to wonder at Loblaws why, like, the senior people were so, like, over the top at the end, near the end of the year, trying to push for the bonuses, until one day I was reading the annual report and realized, oh, when we don't get bonus, like for me, it means $5,000 or $10,000 or whatever. For, these guys, it's like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Indeed. Yeah.
Like it's a huge deal for these guys.
It is a huge deal. And that's kind of the cornerstone of that discussion, is that incentives, whether you talk about levels or whether you talk about experience, whether you talk about positions, incentives all differ. And I don't know if SMART goals are able to capture that.
Yeah.
And that goes back to leadership. And so I'll craft a story. I'll put a paragraph or two down as the outset, and that will give you a springboard of some of the questions that you might want to ask.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
All right, man.
Maybe we should add a. I'm going to add another column
to the Trello board.
Yeah.
And what are you going to put there?
Called Coming Up.
Oh yeah, good stuff.
And then that way we know what one we're working on.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And you know what? And that one can lead nicely into that smiley face that you have there. You need to wait for something to happen in order to be happy.
Sure.
Because that would make sense from incentives and what drives you decision in the workplace.
Yeah. It kind of ties into the one you had on here too. Do expensive things make you successful?
Oh yeah, that would be a nice after that one.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Actually, that's a good plan.
All right.
Okay, man.
Well, and when are we're doing this on Tuesday, right? Yeah.
We are doing this on Tuesday, yes.
Okay.
There is hold on. There is a problem I have with next Tuesday because of something I have to do with my dad. Just 1 second. Oh, sorry, I'm just going to check my calendar so I don't commit myself to something that was not going to work, or that would need to be rescheduled. Just 1 second.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. Do you think we can do it at? How about we do it either Monday or Wednesday? I have I'll have to jump off a call We do it slightly earlier because I have to be at 4:01, and where is this? God,
We could do Monday,
we can do Monday. Yeah,
and then that way we can still publish on Tuesday.
yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do yeah, let's do that. That would work. That would work better. So
Okay.
I'll do my best to prepare whatever I need in terms of a story outline today. So I'm not doing it off the cuff.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, my friend.
Okay. Bye-bye.